Hello and welcome to the How to Caduceus guide for Magical Noob. My name is Amputate and I will be guiding you through this encounter. First of all, you would like to avoid this kind of stuff. Our bard got a bit overexcited and ninja pulled the boss, but yeah. The boss should be tanked exactly where he's standing. The boss does a frontal cleave, which deals massive amount of damage, so nobody should get hit. And if you walk behind the boss, he will do a tail swipe. Over time, the boss will also get a stacking buff that increases his damage done, which can be dispelled by getting hit by dark matter slime. Everyone is spreading out because the boss sometimes spits poison, which deals damage, and yeah. Our off-tank is located at the top platform, but his job in the first phase is to run 2 glowing platforms and get hit by one of these glowing platforms. Only the off-tank should get hit by glowing platforms, and if he does, he will spawn an ad called the Dark Matter Slime. This Dark Matter Slime should get nuked down to below 20% and then kited to the boss. Once he touches the boss, he will disappear and remove one of the stacking buff that increases the boss's damage. And that's basically it for phase 1. That's just how it goes. Avoid the slimes, avoid the cleave, spawn ads, and make sure they touch the boss. If you don't nuke the ad down to below 20%, the ad will heal the boss. And since this boss is kind of a DPS race, you don't want that. This boss hits like a freaking truck, which is why we have Mage Ballad on at all time, because our healers seriously go. Ideally you would like to have a Scholar with you. We don't have a Scholar in this fight, so mana became a problem eventually. But yeah. Normally for the first phase you only spawn 2 ads, after which you just nuke down the boss a bit more and you will enter phase 2. Phase 2 will start when the boss makes a copy of himself and splits his remaining HP. It is the off-tank's job to then kite this ad as far away as possible, because if these 2 bosses touch each other, they will merge into one big boss who will get a massive damage buff, and it will almost guaranteed be a wipe. The point of this phase is to nuke them down at roughly about the same time. We also split the healing. Obviously, each healer gets 1 tank, but these tanks should be rotating their cooldowns perfectly and always be announcing when they use which cooldown, because there will be a gap where the tank doesn't have any cooldowns left to blow, and the healer should really be aware of this. Overall, the raid keeps taking a bit of damage, usually from poison. So what we did to handle this is we will announce whenever a healer has some room to maybe use a Magica 2, and then the DPS move a bit closer, we cast a Magica 2, and that's how we keep the raid alive. But these mobs, they hit like freaking trucks. We had to spam Cure 2 at one point. I remember trying to cast Cure 1 and ended up blowing Benediction because there's just way too much damage. It's just not cool. Whenever the tank doesn't have any cooldowns left, you just blow your own, but yeah, you need to spam heal like crazy. Whenever one of the bosses die, the other boss will become a lot more stronger. Actually, it will become so strong that he will one-shot the tank. So at which point you kind of start kiting the boss. You'll see it in a minute when we kill this boss. But ideally you would like to get both of them as low as possible before you kill one. We use Limit Break 3 to kill one of the bosses. And yeah, as soon as one is dead, kite the other one, just finish him off. And that is basically the whole fight. He's a lot easier than some of the other bosses you will see. But yeah, it just requires some insane healing and good tank cooldown management, I guess. And also a lot of DPS. I think this boss is more of a gear check than an actual boss. Because he's not that difficult. It's just very gear dependent, I guess. But yeah, that's all there is to it, and yeah, enjoy the rest of the video.
Kill the ants. Yeah, go on main boss.
3%
Mine is
dying
dead, mine is
main
dead.
boss.
Right.
Oh, kite, right.
I'm provoking it. Taunt.
Taunt, background, taunt it.
And spread out and follow
Just
the boss at the tail.
Kite it, kite it, kite it. Just run. You have enough
Following the
aggro
tail.
anyway. Let's kill it.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Sweet.
Nice one.
Yes! And there we go.